Hey everyone, this is Sean here from GWS, and today I'm going to be explaining to you how I do YouTube videos, live streams, how I make music, the thumbnails, what softwares I use to make everything, show you how I run the channels and why I do what I do on certain occasions. So I wanted to give you a little thing of how I run my channel and stuff, so y'all can maybe do it the same way I do, or find your own ways to spin it around or however you feel like it. So this goes out to the viewers, of course, who want to know, and of course for YouTube who want to know how and why I do what I do. I will explain everything right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to share with y'all is, of course, how I do the recording phases for everything that goes down on the channel. So of course, as you can see, I am recording right now. So I am using the app OBS. I'm sure y'all have heard of it, but for those of y'all who do not know, it is literally my software that I use for recording and live streaming all projects. As you can see, I have my recording time down here. The live stream time will usually be here. With these bars, they'll be like greenish and let me know, hey, how the signal is and whatnot. Of course, you can also see my face cams up here in the corner. Here I have my things that help me monitor how loud the volume is on my audio. Like, for example, the microphone is running at a good volume right now. Over here is my desktop volume, which is basically just in-game audio or audio from whatever I'm using. Over here, we have the things that label what you see on screen. For example, my face cam, boom, selected. My window capture, which captures whatever I want it to. We have the chat, which I've only started using recently, but you'll see it pop up here. The display, this is what you will usually see on most of my live streams, is obviously the display captures everything that I record or do on the channel. And then rarely I will use game capture for certain games like Five Nights at Freddy's, Lego games, GTA, and like Gmod and Gdash and whatnot. So that's how I use this software to do the recording stuff. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do the live stream stuff right now. So the way I do live streams is not very different from how I record my videos. Obviously the face cam and all that normal stuff stays the same, however with a few key differences, which we will now get into. So as you guys see over here in the left hand of the screen, you will see I have a video stream, a stream starting soon, begin stream, the BRB break, and a stream end. These let you know certain sections of live streams, which I will now get into them right now. So this is my stream starting soon screen. You will see this whenever I'm going to do a certain live stream. Obviously, it's set up for my live stream tour that I'm currently on, which feel free to go and get ready for those shows that you guys see. But this is usually the intro screen that y'all will see. This is just letting you know, hey, it's about to begin and to be prepared. This screen is the stream's now beginning. This means we're literally about to begin right away. Whether it's if I'm doing a concert or regularly live streaming or whatnot, letting you know that we're about to begin. This screen lets you know that I'm going to be right back, or I'm doing something like if I need to go to the restroom during a stream, get something to eat or drink, or have to make a phone call, or if something important pops up. This is the screen y'all will usually get whenever I am in the process of doing something. And this is usually the screen y'all will get whenever the stream is just over. And again, these were all custom designed by me and a few of my YouTube crew members, which we'll get into more of those things later on. So that's how I usually also stream. And then, of course, you have your video / your stream stuff. Now, if you go to your settings, which you can see me pull up right here, you will see there's also a stream setting. Now, I don't usually do the intense stuff like that. I actually always have used a stream key to do my live streams in. So that's how I do my live stream stuff. And normally I have the game live stream over here on here with my face cam always up here. And I usually and the way that I will normally use like my live chat and stuff, I usually just use my phone. I usually have it propped up so I can see who's like putting stuff in chat, or if I get a message or something during live streaming, we can see that. And I can respond to it right away instead of me having to switch, because I'm not always carrying double monitors. Sometimes I'm using one, sometimes it's just two. In the case of my setup back home, it's the case for 3 monitors. So that's how I do my live stream sections. Now I'm going to show you guys how I do my music stuff, which we will now get into. So as you guys can see now on my screen, we are looking at what is called the change pitch / tempo. Now, depending on certain songs, I will put them in here to switch the pitches and the tones or the tempos of certain songs that I do, whether they be covers, originals, remasters, re-recordings. They will usually go through this software right here, which there will be a link left to this in the description for y'all if y'all want to mess with this. You can even do your own fun songs, like if you like certain songs by, like, for example, I like Ghost and Iron Maiden, I could put them in here, make them sound in a new pitch. And again, I like pitches because I'm a very big person when it comes to pitches. So I usually put them here. And that's usually how I change and do the music stuff. And as for albums and stuff, I usually have my friend Chad make artworks for me. Sometimes we've even had generated artworks as of a few years ago. We've started using more generated stuff. And then I will pull this up for y'all. But there's this app called Album Cover Creator. It lets us put the stamp of my logo on it and the title, and that way we can give y'all the best quality of a record album cover. That's usually how I make the album covers and recordings for those. And now I'm going to show you how we put those along with other videos together. Let me explain to y'all how I edit. So the next thing I'm going to be sharing with y'all is, of course, how I edit my videos. So I have been using this software called Movavi Video Editor Plus. This is a software that cost me $100 to get. And with this software, as you can see, I can put in videos any length that I want anytime. Obviously, I can use these for titles. If you go here, I can use this to manage like videos, like positionings, my panning, and everything else. And then on the other section that you saw, we have the audio editing. This is how I usually can like raise my volume on certain things or make things funnier. For example, the GWS skits rely heavily on the audio editing of these, along with some of my gaming videos have required some of like the color adjustments and whatnot. And then usually all the files that I put into the software will pop up right here for me if I drag them down or do so at any time. These will allow me to undo any mistakes, these two little arrows. This will allow me to undo, or this can help me replace that in if I want to say, oh, I kind of want to keep it back and repeat the last action I did. This is something I use very heavily. It is my zoom in, my panning and zooming in thing for the tab that you see down here. This just lets me know, hey, you know, how long the video is, or if I really need to get in there and tweak something, I can get in there and jump right away. And normally when I'm editing, the video will pop up right here. Of course, down here, we have the thing where I can apply text above your screen, or in this sense, on the video, which speaking of, we'll get into that now. This part houses the video itself. And then down here, we have the part where I can apply any music during video at any given time I want. And then, of course, once everything is all done, I will click export, and then I can change the title, I can make it quality-wise, I can change it in there, and then of course you press OK, it will export your video, and then of course I have it saved to a file which we will get into next of how I keep track of videos I've edited, plus how do I keep track of my archives, which now let's go ahead and get into that topic right now. So the next thing I'm going to get into y'all is obviously where do I store my content after they're edited / where do I store the music so I can upload them to YouTube. Well, right now as you're looking at, I use File Explorer just like any normal person would, right? But if you look over, you can probably see it. I have a section called Videos to Edit and Every Archive Song. Now, I store my videos to edit in here because these are videos that are already edited. They just have to be simply uploaded and I can release them to YouTube. And then where I keep my music at, which I've been starting to do recently now, I archive my music and I put them with all these files. Any new album that comes out will just be given the number 54, 55, so onward. That way I know the time that they were released, what record number they are. That way it helps me keep track of them so I'm not scrambling to find an album. I can actually find the number that they are, and then I go in there and I can get my hands on that record in particular. Now, it's actually a very convenient thing that I really recommend a lot of people doing is storing your stuff that you have already done. And if you plan to ever reuse it in the future, maybe use it for a video or something, it's better to keep them archived so that way you don't have to go scrambling to re-download them or make the same footage all over again. It's way better to just store it in these folders or in your own little thing. Now, some people do this by keeping track of them in like Google Docs. Some people use Notepad to keep track of their stuff. but I like to keep mine all hands on deck. So I use the Every Archive Song folder that I have created to store all these records in here. Or, of course, for videos that need to be uploaded, I just store them all here. And also, this is where I keep also all of my unused videos or content, just in case I really want to use them. Now, the next thing I'm going to get into is what is it like live streaming, and how do I contact the group? How do I play with the guys in my team? Let's go ahead and explain how I record videos and do live streams with my team. So the next thing I wanted to go is, how do I usually contact my YouTube team, or how are you hearing their voices over the games? Obviously, like everybody would normally do, I use Discord. So I have been actually using my GWS live chat for about 2 years now. It helps us all stay in contact together with every member on my team. It also helps us ensure that, everything is being managed very well. We can post our memes, check in with each other, talk during live stream, and as you can see based on some of these pictures, we can post important things during gameplay on live streams that we do. And of course, we can just talk and give you guys the funniest content. I really recommend this if you have a large group of people that you play with or do on YouTube a lot with. I really strongly recommend you use this for your channel and your own needs. But now I'm going to go into our next topic right now. So now we're getting into the weirdest thing that I think that many people did not expect me to ever say that I used, and I never thought I would. But I'm going to show you guys how I make my thumbnails. So let's just go into the most recent video I did. The album's being moved cover. So what I do is I'll take like a background that's projected, or maybe even I'll sometimes make my own with my own logo in there and whatnot. What I do, I'll put certain text in there, make it all pretty, or base it off of what's going on in that video. And then I'll take that thumbnail, I'll download it into like a JPEG or a file for a photo or anything, and then I'll paste it into the thumbnail area, and that's how I make my thumbnails. And again, this is very easy to use. Again, I'll leave a link to Canva down in the description for you guys, so you guys can make your own thumbnails, and it's completely free. It's completely free unless you want to use the Pro option. You don't really have to use the Pro option, if I'm being honest. You really don't. But I really recommend you guys use Canva. It's really, really good. Now I'm going to go into my next topic and explain more of what else I do for this channel. So the next topic I really want to get into, that's something that I actually wanted to really address a lot of how I do this, is of course, how do I record every concert/event that I've ever been to? As you can see right here, I have been through several concerts, and I do plan to go to a lot more later this year. Which, of course, more videos will come on that later, but that's not important right now. So, if I'm being 100% honest, I just use my phone. I will record like this. Anytime I go to a concert, I'll do it. I'll do like the zooms in stuff, make it look really cool, pretty. And then what I'll do, I'll actually not use the computer to upload them. I'll actually use my phone's YouTube to upload them. Now, I have this thing called YouTube Advanced, which helps me upload things faster. It also is like kind of YouTube Premium in a way, and it's really good, and it helps me get everything tracked. Again, it does the same thing that YouTube does. Simple thing. If y'all have heard YouTube Advanced, leave a comment in the description. I would love to know. I would leave a comment in the comments. I'd like to know who's actually used this software before. But it's so easy to do. And again, I like just recording my own experiences because I like y'all to see what I get to go do. And, I live the moment some of the time, of course, because, it's always fun. But it's always fun to also just show you guys how much fun I get to have off of just gaming, because I don't just do gaming and I just don't do music. I go to events. I love doing it. I spend a lot of money going to these things, and it's so much fun. So, for y'all, if any of y'all wanted to record concerts of your own, just use your phone, use your own mobile device, use a camera if you really want to. Go outside the box. Going to these events is so much fun, and honestly, it's fun to share them with y'all. It's fun to share them for the audience because, they get to see not only what I got to witness, but I get to show y'all some entertaining stuff that maybe y'all would like to see in y'all's own, and y'all can enjoy it for yourselves and see some, because some people don't always post things from certain events, but I like to post things everywhere I get the chance to, so it's a really good thing to do. And again, I always just use my phone. It's just basic stuff that I honestly would use. Anybody can do it. And again, I love sharing my experiences with y'all because I like to keep y'all involved with what I do outside the channel. These are just one of the things I get to do. Now on to the next thing. The next thing I wanted to address here is, how do I work my YouTube descriptions? Well, it's a very simple thing that I like to do. I will usually have my crew and my channels down below. We have obviously like KO's, Grand's, Daniel, Sawyer's, my RWS channel, the official music channel. And then below that, I'll have links posted to certain things like the website, my albums, the X/Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, etc., etc. And of course, usually above on the top of all that, I will actually usually put like either like a funny description about what's about to happen in the video or what it is exactly that I'm doing, or try to like give some information but at the same time entertain y'all with it, because I do like to try to be a little fun with the description. But also I use the description as well to thank everyone who watches everything I do, and it's a really good way to reach out to your audience. I personally like it because it helps me reach out to everyone else. And it actually brings me into the best topic next, and that is what is my best way to get information out to you guys? So one of the biggest things I actually started doing quite recently as of last year is using my community tab finally. Now this helps me get out like polls, post some behind the scenes pictures, post some updates, like for example the tour got announced on here with all the dates that are right here. Or for example like polls, like which albums are you usually excited for, I'll post polls, see what y'all are interested in. This kind of helps me keep track of, it kind of gives me the inspiration to know what I should do more of or what I should focus more on. And also lets me know what you guys are more excited to see. It also gives me a chance to show you guys some really cool stuff that maybe I don't get to do in videos or like on actual events. For example, like take this for a good example, is this picture right here. This was taken like 20 minutes before I hit the stage for the big live stream show that happened last night. So it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. And again, it shows some awesome stuff for y'all. I love to entertain y'all with some of this stuff because, again, I like showing y'all some of the things that go into these that maybe y'all don't get to see. So it's a really good thing as well. And if you ever have access to a community tab, I strongly recommend you use it because community tabs actually are really important. They help you get out to your audience more, and they help your audience come to you with like what they want to see. And again, it's better just to give them polls, maybe some tiny little pop quizzes if you really want to. You can post them with pictures, you can post them without pictures, you can post some regular old pictures. And of course you can pose, some quizzes with or without pictures, You can even post some tiny little videos or a link in there if you really want to. And guess what? You can make it completely public to your entire channel. And it's really, really great. And I really recommend it very much for those of y'all who think that you guys want to get some inspiration for your channel. This is one of the ways that I do it. And, it's very, very important. Our next topic that I want to get into is something that's actually very important that I really recommend a lot of people doing. And this helps YouTubers themselves out. That is your About tab. So, for mine, I like to post what I do. I love to make some amazing content for myself, my viewers, maybe have an impact on someone or myself, like give me some suggestions and ideas. I sometimes will go back and watch things and see what more can I improve on. I even list the kind of content I make, just for those of y'all who are wondering, what am I getting myself into here? What do I do? Well, this is one of them. And, I do the gaming videos, the concert videos, my own music, cover music, the vlogs, I post some updates, and whatever else I feel. And of course, I like to post a little bit of fun facts, like my channel's creation date, and, why I started it. I also, of course, finally put on there that I officially hit 1,000 subs on July 14th, which that's awesome, I must admit. So, it's very important to me. And again, it's very important for YouTubers and for everyone else watching the videos to see, so that we all can keep track of, what I do and, what kind of YouTuber I am and I inspire to be more of. My next thing I want to simply go and touch base on is, why do I do all the content that I do? Why do I make the music that I do? Why do I like to cover so many things? Which is basically, why do I do anything I do on this channel? Like, why do I post Jeff Dunham clips or SML clips? Why do I post these things? Well, I don't post them for me. Okay, let's get it out there. I don't post them for me. I love to give it to you guys. I like for y'all to see everything that I get to do in my life, because, for example, the concert videos, they're part of what I get to do in my own life. I love bringing you guys with me on those adventures that I do, because they're so much fun. And, of course, people love watching concerts. I love to do those. I watch concerts all the time online. I like to record some of them, and some of them do really well for the channel. And that's something that I like, is that the content helps my channel grow, but also I diversitize. And that's the biggest thing. I like to diversitize my content. I like to have diversity. Gaming, music like concerts, albums, vlogging, anything, you know? I like to be original, but I also have inspirations that I like to do and be with. But of course, my channel has become my own thing a lot more lately. I like to live stream with my own crew. I like to do my own thing. I've been on the same steady course for about 2 years, and I love how I've been able to run my channel officially at its own steady pace now. And again, I get inspired. But my biggest thing is I like to make content for my audience. I care about my audience more than anything else in the world. Without the audience, this channel would be gone or just dead. It probably wouldn't even exist. 2018 may have been the only time you would have seen it. But we've grown from that to 6 years almost. And you guys have been through with every single struggle and heartache that I've ever been through. You guys have been with me every step of the way. Y'all encourage me to be better. And this little part message is for YouTube right now. So YouTube, I wanted to talk to you guys now. I know that not everything I do is original, but also I get inspired by so many people. I probably could give you guys 100 names of people who have inspired me to do everything I do. But also, lately, I've been having some visions that I like. And so I take that to the next level. And like I said, I've evolved everything over time now. I'm way different than how I was a few years ago. I also try to cut back on some things as well. And I have a lot of respect for YouTube as a company. They are the best. They are awesome. And again, YouTube, I watch them every day. Like, I watch YouTube all the time. And I do it quite frequently as much. But lately, you know, I kind of cut back because you don't want to get burnt out too hard. But YouTube is the best. And again, I got over 1,000 subscribers. That's crazy. It took me 5 years to do it. 5 years to do it, but I did it eventually. And it's because of my audience, who I'm truly grateful for. And I'm grateful for YouTube, who's given me the opportunity to actually stay afloat and do all of this and have fun with it. And the next step is trying to get monetized and take the channel to a brand new level. Let's get it peaking a little bit more. Maybe we can create so much new stuff that I truly would like to do and love to be a part of. And I've been included in several videos. Somebody put me in an ASDF movie compilation recently, which was a very big honor for me. My albums have actually been doing very well. And of course, I like to cover music as well. It's been doing great. And you know, it's very important to me, and I love it, and I'm very happy that I get to do this. And of course, I spread myself to 2 other channels to make new content for. So I strive to make a bunch of things and a big amount of changes going forward to make this channel monetize, to make it a good channel, and make it a stable one, because that's what I look for in channel. So YouTube, again, I hope you see this, and again, thank you guys for the opportunity. And again, I want to get monetized, and I want to work my butt off to make YouTube the best thing I have ever done. So going forward, of course, I have the 2 other channels right now. If you guys weren't aware of, I've started moving my albums over to the Shauna Rodriguez official channel. So when albums start disappearing from this channel, just know they still exist. They're just over on a new channel, which that is linked down in the description below. We have the GWS tour for the future. And 2025, it's going to carry over to 2025. The tour carries in 2024 and 2025. And we got a lot of live streams planned for the rest of the year. We got a lot of cool stuff planned. And of course, hopefully we get some upgrades very soon. We're getting new Wi-Fi at my house, so you'll see more content going very soon. And just a lot more amazing stuff. So, that's all I have right now for you guys, and I really appreciate y'all for watching this very informational video. Again, this helps me give y'all information on what I do and how I make my content, but it also tells you guys this is what I do, and you know, y'all can experience of some of the things I get to do. And you know, I'll leave links to everything I use in the description, every detail I will not miss out. And if there's anything else you want or have any questions about, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Other than that, yeah, I am very grateful for you guys, and again, thanks to you guys and YouTube for letting me do this for as long as I've been able to. And again, just the support's been awesome. Me and my team really do appreciate it. And again, thank you guys so much for everything. Take care, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.